Analysis now from our next guest, Mahjoob Zweiri. He's the Director of Gulf Studies Center at Qatar University. Thank you so much for being with us on the program, sir. Let's pick up from where Randolph left off at. Does Israel not have the political will to strike any sort of deal with Hamas?
Yeah, after we entered the 5th month of this war, of course, it's obvious that this is the war of Benjamin Netanyahu. He doesn't want to stop the war, obviously, because he set a target politically for him to survive. He doesn't care about what the American asks. He doesn't care about even the captives in Gaza. He's basically worries about his political future. What we are seeing basically is the same slogan, the same words from week 2 of this war, which basically, I'm talking on behalf of the Americans, that we ask Netanyahu to keep in mind the civilians in Gaza, not to add more casualties, but the number now has reached to 27,000, and more than 70 people basically injured. So it's the same discourse, the same words, but there is no action on the ground, unfortunately.
Right, and Antony Blinken did say that he was still optimistic that they could strike some sort of a deal. What do you think that it is that is making him optimistic? Because it seems like their diplomatics, as our correspondent and as you mentioned, have done little on the ground there, not just to striking an agreement between the two sides, but to stop Israel from killing civilians in Gaza.
Let's put things in context. Number one, what the discussion is about, the framework for agreement. So it's not about the agreement. What we are witnessing, the response from Hamas, is about a response to the discussion happened, and it's about a framework to reach deal. So basically, this is a discussion about framework. The framework proposed by Hamas has indicated that this is a major, I would say, framework which does include all matters concern this war, including Gaza and West Bank. That is what's upsetting the Israelis. What also upsetting Benjamin Netanyahu and his government, that the fact that there is an indicators about restructuring, rebuilding Gaza, about other matters they want to forget and leave them for the future, for open future. The second element also we have to pay attention to is that it is very clear that Benjamin Netanyahu has no interest to end this war without achieving what he called the complete victory. And unfortunately, he does not read history. History tells us that if you have a war where non-state actors like Hamas or like Houthis or like others, basically the loser is the government, are not those groups. So basically, he needs to educate himself about the war, not calling for a complete victory. Additional to that, he has to believe that what's happening in Gaza is a resistance against occupation rather than anything else.
Indeed. What do you think his idea of a complete victory looks like? Is it to forcefully displace the whole population of Gaza, push them all the way into the south, eventually forcing Egypt to open the borders, to ethnically cleanse the region, to bring illegal settlements back into Gaza? What do you think his idea of a complete victory is?
All what you have said, I believe he wants all of this. But can he achieve it? Of course not. The world is changing. The important factor in that is the people. People, they will not leave. People, they say, if you want to kill them, but they will not leave their land. So that is the major obstacle before him, not him, before Benjamin Netanyahu. It's before everyone in the region, because you cannot force people to leave the land. After all of what has been done, people still say, we will stay in Gaza, regardless what will be the situation is. And that complicates all and block all solutions suggested by the Israelis. And I believe strongly that they have to listen to the conclusion that Gazan will stay in Gaza, and other has to respond to positively to the need of Gazan people, and they have to deliver their need, whether they like it or not, because we are not living in the age of rogue state. There is an international law, and the states has to decide they want to be a rogue state or they want to be a normal state respecting international law.
Mahjoob Zweiri, thank you so much for being with us here on TRT World and sharing that analysis with us. I appreciate it.